Jaron. So Canelo Álvarez pictured with Jaron Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis put it up on his X, and he says, sword sharpens sword. Talking about his sparring and being a part of Saul Canelo Alvarez's training camp, and implying him actually preparing for his fight in October.
And an unexpected twist ahead of one of the most highly anticipated boxing matches of the year. Canelo Álvarez has enlisted the help of rising star Jaron Boots Ennis to boost his preparation for the upcoming showdown with Terence. With many speculating on what this could mean for Canelo's strategy against Crawford, particularly since Ennis' style offers some interesting parallels to the fight's main event. With the stakes so high, Canelo is leaving nothing to chance as he aims to defend his reputation as one of boxing's biggest names. Fight, set for September 13th, promises fireworks. Crawford, a two-division, undisputed champion, will be stepping up to super middleweight to challenge Canelo, who holds all 4 world titles at 168 pounds. The matchup pits the Mexican powerhouse's size, experience, and power against Crawford's unparalleled technical skills and ring IQ, while many are leaning toward Canelo as the favorite due to his weight and experience. There are whispers that Crawford's freshness might be a deciding factor. Some argue that his fewer miles on the clock could give him an edge, particularly against a fighter like Canelo, who has been in the game for well over a decade.
That is the closest thing to what's going on now with Terence Crawford and Saul Canelo Álvarez. All right, Sugar Ray Leonard, all-time great fighter, all-time great welterweight like Terence Crawford. Marvelous Marvin Hagler, all-time great middleweight like Saul Canelo Álvarez. Sugar Ray Leonard jumped up from welterweight to middleweight after 5 years of really inactivity. He only fought once against Kevin Howard in between time, all right, and then he fought Hagler and won. Terence Bud Crawford, coming from 154 to jump up to 168, he hasn't really been an active fighter. He's been fighting once a year for the past like 4 or 5 years. Saul Canelo Álvarez, busy fighting. Sugar Ray Leonard, they said, was past his prime, where Terence Bud Crawford, we all know that he's beyond his prime as well, 38 years old, and he's not going to be at his prime weight. So I figured Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler would be a good legacy fight to watch.
Debate surrounding the fight is wide-ranging, with analysts offering contrasting opinions on the outcome. Devin Haney believes Canelo's size advantage will play a significant role in the bout. Haney acknowledges Crawford's immense talent, but argues that the sheer power and size of Canelo at 168 pounds will likely tip the scales in his favor. He admits that Crawford has the potential to win, but insists it won't be an easy feat. In his eyes, the fight represents a massive test for both men, though his gut feeling is that Canelo will prevail.
I think it's a good matchup. It's a fight that we all been wanting to see. Bud has the skills. He got the discipline, IQ to win, but Canelo has all that with the size. So I think it's a good fight. I'm happy that Bud got the fight. My dad was the one that told him that he should take the fight. Bud, yeah. Bud, I don't know if y'all haven't seen it. Bud came out and said that my dad was the one that told him to fight Canelo a long time ago.
Really?
So yeah.
Like in a private conversation, he just recommended
he told him,
that.
like, man, the fight for you is Canelo. And
really?
and Bud looked at my dad like yeah, but
now it's here.
Yeah, no, it's here now. So I think it's a good fight for boxing.
Is your dad picking Bud to win that fight?
Of course, yeah. And I'm picking Bud too. But will it be an easy task? No. But if anybody could do it, I think Bud can.
Two others in the boxing world are less convinced. Timothy Bradley Jr., a vocal critic of Canelo's recent performances, particularly his outings against lesser-known fighters like Edgar Berlanga and William Scholesey's Crawford, as the more dangerous opponent. Bradley believes that Crawford's skill set will be too much for Canelo, citing the Mexican's recent struggles and the Omaha fighter's ability to break down opponents with technical precision. Bradley views this fight as a mismatch, one that will favor Crawford due to his superior skills.
This ain't his biggest fight. This is Crawford's biggest fight. Canelo has been here time in, time out. Remember, Canelo was 23 years old when he faced the best fighter on planet Earth at the time, Floyd Mayweather. 23 at 23? Oh my gosh, bruh. He been here before, man. This stuff don't faze him. You know, he got the shirt that says easy money. Easy money. Woo! Canelo talking big. Oh, he talking big stuff. Yeah, he said easy work. Easy work for Crawford. That's what he said. Because what Canelo is thinking, like, as soon as you feel my power, here you go. You're going to be the same, just like everybody else saying what they're going to do. You're going to run around that ring. You're going to get the hell out the way. And I would advise Crawford to get the hell out of the way.
David Benavidez is more confident that Canelo's power at 168 pounds will be the key to his success. While Benavidez acknowledges Crawford's brilliance as a boxer, he argues that the challenger's lighter frame won't withstand Canelo's pressure and power. Despite the animosity between him and Canelo, Benavidez sees this as a straightforward fight in favor of the Mexican champion, though, he admits. Crawford's skill will certainly keep things interesting.
Terence Crawford, does he have an opportunity to beat Canelo?
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised if he wins. Terence Crawford, when he went up against the best opposition, like Errol Spence, he showed what level he's on, what type of dog he is. I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
I don't want to make 68.
No, I know you don't. Terence wins 68.
Yeah, well, if that's, yeah, I can make one.
Sergio Mora takes a more cautious stance. While he recognizes Crawford's growing size and skill set, Mora believes the fight will be much closer than many think. He gives Canelo the nod for the victory, but adds a layer of complexity to the prediction. According to Mora, age and the accumulated wear on his body from years of hard-fought battles could make the difference. Despite this, Mora ultimately backs the Mexican champion to take the win by decision, though he expects Canelo to leave the ring battered and bruised.
Initially, I said, oh, man, this is just going to money grab. I mean, Crawford started at 135. How is he going to be at a guy that's fight as high as 175? And then you saw Canelo's fight against William School, his last fight. It wasn't a good fight, man. You've seen that he doesn't have that fastball anymore. He doesn't have well, he's never had fast feet, but at least he's not cutting off the ring like he used to. Yeah. And the explosiveness in his combinations and the half speed, it wasn't there either because there was nothing to hit. So can you imagine a Bud Crawford who's nowhere near a William School? School just ran. He didn't try to win that fight. Bud's going to try to win the fight. He's going to have the footwork. He's going to have the hand speed. He's going to have, maybe not the power of Canelo, but he's going to have respectable pop in that punch coming from both stances, mind you, the left-handed and the right-handed stance. And I just think ultimately Crawford just is a mean mofo. This dude mean. I mean, I met Bud a couple of times. He pulls me aside and starts. He gives me that look. He's a mean, intimidating dude, man. Yeah. And then I've been seeing how he's been growing into the frame. He's gotten big. He's gotten muscular, and he's looking more like a middleweight, super middleweight. The closer the fight gets, the more I'm looking at Crawford like, this dude might do something, man. Because all along I haven't changed my tune. I said Canelo's gonna win this fight, but he's not gonna come out of it unscathed. I can see him being bruised up, battered, maybe a little bit of blood, but his size is gonna come in the end. Now I'm starting to change my tune. I can maybe see the day that we've seen Canelo finally get old. No excuses, just Crawford pot-shotting him, having the night of his life, and we just watch something great. I can visualize it, man. So the closer this fight gets, the more that I'm looking at it like a 50-50.
Oscar De La Hoya, a man who knows Canelo better than most, also sees Crawford as a formidable opponent. De La Hoya's endorsement of Crawford adds further weight to the argument that Canelo may struggle in this matchup. Despite his history with Canelo, De La Hoya is quick to recognize the special talents Crawford possesses, admitting that the fighter from Omaha could walk away victorious.
I feel that Terence has a shot in beating Canelo Álvarez.
That's the million-dollar question. When I watched Terence Crawford get rattled and rocked by Yorkis Gamboa, who's a natural 30-pounder, that to me is going to be a huge problem when he gets hit by Canelo. So he fights at 175. He's fighting these big monsters. Yeah. He's not getting rattled at all. No. Berlanga's a big kid. Right. So it makes me think, how is Crawford going to keep him away for 12 rounds? Canelo's going to come at him hard. Right. But then again, I think about Crawford's abilities and his IQ and his footwork, which Canelo cannot handle. And we know that for a fact. It happened with Bivol, it happened with Mayweather, who schooled him left and right. with no problem, and Canelo was way stronger than Mayweather. So there's
Don't
a
you
lot
think
of
Canelo's a better fighter than he was then? Today?
a better fight. Yeah, a little better. Yeah, his footwork is still the same. He's flat-footed. He's very heavy on his feet.
Obviously, Canelo has the power to hurt anyone.
In this game, power means a lot. If you can't keep your guy off you, or you don't know how because it's too much pressure, and the one thing about Crawford is that he knows how to handle the pressure. He's a savvy boxer, you know, and he doesn't run. And he has that heart. He's a dog. He has that heart. You want to fight me? I'm going to fight you.
Andy Ruiz Jr. lends his support to Canelo, albeit with a more nuanced perspective. Ruiz acknowledges that Crawford's ability to switch stances and his unorthodox approach could pose problems for Canelo. However, he feels that Canelo's experience at super middleweight, along with his battles against top-tier fighters in the division, will give him the edge. Ruiz also notes that Crawford's movement and style could make things difficult for Canelo, especially if the fight goes the full 12 rounds.
All I know is that if you were in a Canelo Crawford card, that card would be a million times. It's still an amazing card, but you would have added a lot. Who wins, Canelo or Crawford?
I think it's gonna be a good fight, man. I'm going for Canelo, of course. You know, he's the Mexican warrior as well, and for Crawford, man, you can't neglect him or you can't underestimate him as well. You know, he has a lot of skills, a lot of movement. He's a lefty as well. That's what Canelo has trouble with. I think it's gonna be an amazing fight, man. I just can't wait, and the best man wins.
James Buster Douglas, the man who famously upset Mike Tyson, sees Crawford's chances of causing another massive shock. Douglas points to Crawford's speed and tactical intelligence as key factors that could lead him to victory. He believes that Crawford's ability to outthink and outmaneuver opponents will allow him to neutralize Canelo's power and ultimately secure the win. Despite the latter's size advantage,
September 13th, Canelo versus Crawford. Crawford's making up, move up in weight. What do you think about Crawford? You got Crawford?
Crawford's gonna do it. It's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah.
I think Crawford's gonna get the edge. He's that man.
Any advice on him, this moment? You've had that moment against Mike Tyson, that seizing that moment. What kind of advice would you give him?
I think he's gonna be well prepared. He's looking great. You know, when I see him in the papers and reading in the magazines,
yeah,
you know, it's gonna be a great fight. But I think Crawford's gonna come out ahead. He's gonna do his thing.
Frampton remains steadfast in his belief that Crawford will emerge victorious. Frampton points to Crawford's exceptional technical ability as the deciding factor, adding that he has long predicted the Omaha fighter would be the one to dethrone Canelo. Frampton believes Canelo's recent performances have lacked the flair that once made him a dominant force in the sport. As such, he sees Crawford's skills as the main advantage.
I think it's a great fight. It may not be the best fight in the world to watch, you know. I think that for Crawford to win, it'll have to be a boring fight. I think he'll use his distance and his movement. But I think Canelo's feet are a little bit slower now than they used to be. I think Crawford wins. I said it when he beat Earl Spence and everybody laughed at me. I said it that long ago, and I genuinely believe that Crawford wins.
Shawn Porter, a fighter who has shared the ring with Crawford, has nothing but praise for his preparation and focus. Porter insists that Crawford's adaptability in the ring is second to none, and he has no concerns about his ability to handle Canelo even with the size difference. According to Porter, Crawford has faced and overcome similar physical challenges in the past, so nothing about Canelo's power should faze him.
He's in the ring with Canelo Álvarez. Terence is not going to see anything that he hasn't seen before. No, he hasn't seen this beast on fight night, but he's seen versions of this beast for a very, very, very long time. People have said that he's a blown-up 147-pound fighter. If you remember, he said it was hard for him to make 147 when he fought Errol Spence Jr. I was like, yo, how is that possible? I didn't realize, like, he was really doing everything that's needed to gain the weight properly. Most fighters don't know how to gain weight and fit into a weight class properly. He's done that.
Let us know in the comments section below, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.